So we've been working through the chakras. I'm not going to dwell on it today or too much because the last chakra is up here, Sarasara. And if we've done our work on all our chakras, we should reach whatever that is, the ultimate whatever, but that might actually take a lifetime. So it's just a sample of how of the process that we can do. So I'll leave that with you. But today we're just going to work on everything, a lot of standing stuff as well, lots of our feet stuff. Yeah, and see how we feel at the end of it. So that's what it's kind of all about, really. Just to start, just with a little quote from The Wheels of Life, which I quite like. You are alive, you're a wave of motion. Nothing within you is truly still. Nothing around you is still. Everything is constantly changing at each and every moment. Every sound, every ray of light, every breath is an oscillation back and forth, constantly moving, swaying, flowing, a constant change, changing every moment from the last. So by the time we finish this practice today, both you and the world will be different. So we're going to go with the flow today. So let's start with a little flowy sequence. Can I see myself? You know, I can't actually see myself now. Ah, hello, more people have joined. Lovely. Oh, I can see myself now. Yeah, there's loads of you today. So to start off with, we're going to do a little flowy sequence. I want you to really think, listen to your body. Yeah, our bodies are all different. They're changing every moment, but I want you to actually feel what you're doing. So we're going to do it quite slowly. So just start off with the breath flowing in, turning around and flowing out. And now I want you to touch your toes. Think about the route you do by going down. You're unraveling. And then you're rising up. There's a bit of a beeping going on there. Oh, it's stopped now. Good. And take one hand over your head. Curve to one side. Change, curve to the other side. Feel every action. Twist one way. Twist the other. Take your hands down. Arch your back. Chin to ceiling. Recover in the center. Still holding on to the chair. Roll down. And up. So that's our sequence. So here we go. We do it a few times. Just breathe in, repair, and out. And just let your breath flow now. Breathing in, down we go. I'm not going to dictate what happens with your breath at the moment. Just make sure you breathe in and out all the time. One way. Hugging yourself with one arm, hand over head with the other. Twisting one way. Twisting the other. Hold onto the chair. Arch your spine. Undulate down. Unravel. Take a deep breath in. And out. In to prepare. Down you go. Thinking about every little movement. I'm putting my hands on my shins so I feel with my hands when I'm going. I take them up. Reaching up. I go one way. Hand over head. Other hand over waist. And change. And always come back to the center. Twist one way. Twist the other way. Holding on back of chair. Arch. Unravel. Roll and stack the spine. Breathing in to prepare. And out. Breathing in. Travel down on the out. unravel. So you're uncurling. So it's like a flower, uncurling. And then the petals are closing in a little bit. And then changing, swaying in the breeze, maybe. Twisting. And twisting. Always back to the center, arching. And so really the motion is providing lotion for our body. Okay. Breathing in. Flowing like a river. Out. In to prepare. Using your hands to guide you down to your toes. Using your hands to unravel the spine back into the center. Coming over one way, doesn't matter which way. Swaying in the breeze. Center before you twist, always center before you twist. Return to center, other side. Return to center, arch the spine. And then over we go. And there we come back to the center. So hopefully the motion has oiled your body a little bit. So we do a bit more intense stuff now. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Let's tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards, a little speedier now. And rocking on our sits bones. And rock, and rock, and rock, and rock. Onto the center. So we're curving. So someone's punched our ribs. And then we're facing them. And in and out. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing out and in and out and in. And a little bit higher. But we're going to curve, recover, curve, recover, curve, recover, curve, recover. Hands down. You can either have your hands here if you're more confident, or hold on to the chair if you want more stability. So take a deep breath in. We're going to do the cat stretch all in one. Lower, middle, upper. And then lower, middle, upper to return. Curving. You can use your hands if you want. And you go the sequence. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. If our spine's healthy, it helps the rest of our body. So we need to keep our spine really flowing. Get the natural curves. Retain the natural curves. As we know, if we don't keep it flowing and we've got pain somewhere in our spine, it unbalances everything else. So we have to get back to our equilibrium and work through maybe the bits that we don't want to work through. Okay, listening to your body, of course. Okay, hold on to the chair, curve the top of the spine, roll through, lift up, breathing, hold it, breathe out, return, breathe in to prepare, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so we do cat stretch, and I call the next one under and over the door. I don't know what it's called, or it's child's posture, I guess, but we combine them so that our body, our spine flexes and curves, yeah? So here we go, breathing in to prepare. Cat stretch. And up. And lift. And back. And you notice your core strength is being fired up as well on that lift. You feel it contracting and curve and up. Okay, lovely. Just take your hands to the side now. Curve. Give yourself a hug. And stretch to the ceiling, either corner. Other hand goes on top now. Curve. And stretch. And curve. And stretch. And you notice that your core's fighting there, because we're not holding onto the chair, because we can't, because our arms are working for us. And then keep the hands there and float down. So you're pushing the air down and your wrists are pushing the air up. I call this swan. And then keep your hands either side of you. Draw your ribs in, put your shoulders down, draw your shoulders together. And we're pushing imaginary air in front of us. Get a little bit of a vibration going there. Good for our back wings. And then return. So you curve, you're pushing backwards now. And then palms face up, push. So you're pushing 2 brick walls away. Push, push, push. And then push to me. Push. And you feel your core sparking there. You feel it igniting. Okay. And then we're going to push to the ceiling, flat wrists. Push, push, push. And down, 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 down. And then bring your arms up. Draw the ribs in, shoulder blades together, shoulders down. Have a look at your own image. Are you like this? Are you center? Realign. So the spine should be straight, the ribs in, side ribs in, shoulders down, shoulder blades together, fingers stretching away. From this strong point, we're going to take one shoulder forwards and the other one backwards. And change. And change. And change. Articulating all the joints separately and yet together. So it's starting from the shoulder, the upper arm, the wrist, the elbow, the wrist, the fingers. And then we can, if we're strong in our core, we can look to the down-turned hand. And then come back to center. Phew, we can take our arms down. Hold onto the chair with one side. Fingers this on the other side. Reach down. Now, I want your sit bones to be down. I don't want you to be hitching your hips. Both sit bones down. You're going to breathe in and you're going to reach down, but you're not going to hitch your hip. So you might not go as far as you'd like. Draw the core in to come up. And then other side. So no cheating. You're cheating yourself. If you hitch your hips up, reach. And remember, if you've got an injury, go gently. Just do what you feel is appropriate. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. First side, out. Palm face up. Rainbow arm up. Reach up. Feel the breath coming up your side body. Draw the ribs in. Draw shoulders down. Take it over. Reach more. And reach to come up and float down. You'll notice one side feels more stretched than the other. So we're going to do it the other side. Fingers down. Palm face up. Rainbow reach. Reaching to the sky. Over and reaching to the side wall. Come up and down. First side, down. Reach up. Over you go, lifting to be sure you go over, and you can release the hand. You're circling, holding onto the chair, reaching up with the opposite hand, reversing to come up. So breathe in, other side down, up, reach, over, and if it's okay for you, hold, curve, hold, back, and down. Two hands, breathing in, and out, and in, and out. So you're already noticing from the moment you sat on your chair, your body's feeling a little bit different, yeah? Your breath has changed its rhythm as well. Might be slower, and it might be faster. Let's just do two really slow ones now, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, turning in, 2, 3, 4. You never quite reach your destination. You're always flowing. So I want you to think of that flow as you bring your hands, palms facing inwards. You're just going to keep both sits bones down. You're going to twist the top half of your body. You're going to twist as far as you feel appropriate. Change the position of your hands. Return to the center. And then continue the flow to the other side. Change. And back to center. And go with your own rhythm. This, in a way, is a little dance too. Flowing one way, flowing the other. And you can bring in some undulations of your spine and your ribs if you wish. So make it your own. Going into the zones that perhaps you don't go into in your everyday life. I suppose it's one that we actually need when we're driving a car. We need to be able to look all the way around, don't we? And then bringing the hands to your heart center. Breathe into your hands. Expansion. And then contraction. Bring your hands to the prayer position. Breathe in. Breathe out, palms to face me. Breathe in and out. Breathing in, expansion. Breathe out. Breathe in, drawing up core energy. And out. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Take your hands to the front. Cross your wrists. Turn your hands to face each other and interlock your fingers. Okay. Now you see which hand's on top. Let's do the opposite. So we're going to bring your hands forwards, put the opposite one on top now. Turn the hands to face each other and interlock the fingers. Difficult the opposite way, isn't it? It's not natural. And from there, I want you to bring your hands in and then reverse. We've done preparation for this, so we should be okay. We did preparation at the beginning of the class so that we can articulate these joints. And in and out, and in and out. Hands to front. Cross your elbows. Turn your hands to face each other. Clap them in. And bring them up and down and up and down. Other side, elbows joined. Bringing it up and down. It's difficult. And back. First cross. Then bring the hands together. So they're sort of, yeah, well, you can see the elbows are joined together, the lower arms and the hands. Now I want you to lift elbows up to the ceiling, curve like a cat, and bring it down. And unravel up, reach up, swan down. Other side, clap the hands together. So the opposite elbow is on top. Draw the core in, lift elbows up to the ceiling, curve down, and up. And, oh no, we don't do it once yet. Fly down and down. Okay, let's do a bit on legs. Very subtle, but it works. So, feet are parallel to our knees. No, they're over our knees, and our knees are in a straight line to our hips. Hands on your thigh bones. And I want you to tighten the top of your thighs. Tighten, 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 tighten. Hands to the sides of your thighs. Push, 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 push. Hands on the inside of your thighs, not touching your knees. Hands pushing out, legs in, push. 2, 3, 4, firing up your thighs. 6, 7, 8. Hands on your belly, scooping. So you do 8 of those and tighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the subtle buttocks one, tighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on to your chair. Circle on your sits bones on your chair. Yeah. So you're circling, and then circle back the other way. And now I want you to try and do a figure of 8, which is quite difficult. And then back the other way. It's okay when you're standing, it's much more difficult on the chair. Okay, then I just want you to hitch one hip. This is permission to hitch your hips now. Hitch, 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 hitch. Okay, so grab hold of your tennis ball, if you've got one. If you haven't, just improvise. Put it on underneath your toes and start circling. One layer off. So, this reverberates all through your body. The reflexology points connect throughout. And then under the arch of your foot, the harder you do it, the more stimulation. By the way, if you have a couple of tennis balls, you can play with them on the sides of your spine and on in between your shoulder blades when you're sitting on the floor. It's great. It's just like a massage where you find a sweet spot that you really, it sort of like needs manipulation. You can do it yourself, and it saves a lot of money without going to a chiropractor or osteo. And then under the heel, a little bit of self-help. This is difficult because of balancing that bone on the ball in both directions. Okay, and then up and down, up and down, up and down. And then plant the foot down and just notice, just be aware of how different the worked foot feels to the unworked foot. Okay, how much more in contact with the ground it is, warmer, more flexible. We're going to do the same for the other one now. Put it underneath the toes, opening out the toe joints, shunting the bits that are getting stuck. Been wearing high heels or tight walking boots like I was yesterday. You need to ease a little bit the bits that are stiff. And then under the arch. And then under the heel. And backwards and forwards. And then plant the foot down. You can abandon your tennis ball. So we're coming to standing. I know some of you struggle with this exercise, so just plant your feet down and stand up. But some those that don't, we can get some core strength with this. We do 8, 3, 1, 5, 6, 7, and stay there. 8, and then come. Have your chair near you. But yeah, in fact, hold your chair. Hold your chair. Feet together, parallel. Rock your tailbone. Zip up the front of your body. Like this. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and drop your shoulders. By which time your tailbone is probably sticking out. So again, let's drop the tailbone, zip up the front, drop your shoulders and squeeze your shoulder blades together and relax your face. Lots of things to do all at once. Soften your knees now. Lift your heels. Roll over your toes, putting pressure on all the bases of the toes and heels gently down, and then soften. Squeeze your thigh bones together as you roll through your feet and soften. Roll. Really feel all the stiffness being dispersed, if that's possible. And then we're going to do the reverse. So we come up onto our toes, we bend our knees together, heels go down, straighten our legs, dropping our tailbones, zipping up the front and up. Bend, heels, straight, up, bend, heels, straight, and up, bend, heels, straight. Now, you haven't done this one with me before, but I want you to lift your knee a little bit, curve your toes over, and then push, like you would have done if you were a ballet dancer, pushing your toes on your toes and making a bit more of an arch. Okay. And then unravel it, and then lift the toes up now. Lift the toes up. And then soften your knees as the toes go down. Take the knee slightly to the side and roll over onto the outside of the foot. Return it. Make a gap so you step it out, the leg, foot out. Soften your knees. Roll on the inside. And then return back to the center. Feet together. Repeat on the other side. So you're coming over your toes and just stretching the front of your foot. Return it down. Lift the toes up. Soften the knees as the toes go down. Rotate outwards, the knee goes sideways. You won't get too much movement, but you'll feel it along the side of your foot. Return to the center, separate, soften both knees, roll over onto the inside. And then return to the center, feet together, and then take feet quite wide apart. And then turn the toes out a little bit. So in yoga, they call this goddess posture or horse. And in ballet, we call it second position. Anyway, I just want you to go down, bend your knees over your feet. Don't stick your bottom down out. That's cheating. And up. So you push down and up. Now, some of you You might want to abandon the chair. It's up to you. Some of you are still holding the chair. And down, yes. Some of us have got our hands in this position because we've done this before. And down. Now stay there. I want you to lift one heel. Take it down. Lift other heel. Take it down. I don't want you to wobble. I just want the heel to come up and down and up and down. Some of you are still holding onto the chair, and I really want you to hold on if you're not stable. That's good. And up and down and up and down and up and down. And then I want you to stretch up. And I want you to go on your toes if you can. And then down. So always flowing, never static. Up and down. You're really feeling it through your feet. Twice more. Up. No sharp things. No, it's flowing. And down. Last one. Up and down. Bring your feet parallel now. So you're feeling the side. You can do it holding there. That's absolutely fine. Holding or not, you're feeling the sides of your legs because you're pushing to the outside of your feet a little bit. Then I want you to transfer your weight. Knee goes over foot to one. Change sides. Change side. And change. And change. And change. We're going to do the warrior. So we're going to bend both knees. One foot goes in, one foot goes out, and then the knee bends. We push back, parallel. Other one goes out, one goes in, and change. So it's one knee out, one knee in, sort of. Okay. So if you're facing the chair, you can continue doing it that way. If you're facing the front because you're feeling your balance is good today, bring your hands in front, bend your knees. We're going to do warrior. Our feet move and our hands change. Change. If you're on holding the chair, you can move one hand maybe and adapt it to work. And you're really feeling your feet doing a lot of work here. The sides of your thighs, the outside of your thighs. Okay, hands on your hips or hands on the chair. So if you're on the chair, you're going to stretch this way. If your hands on your hips, you might want to just take your body weight forwards. And whatever's happening, your hips are going one way, your crown on your head, Sarasara, forwards. So the energy from the feet is going up your legs to your lower spine and stretching right to the crown of your head. Expansion, breathing in and out. Soften your knees wherever you are. Roll up your spine. Okay. Hold on to the chair, everyone. Everyone hold on to the chair now. Feet towards the base of the chair. Rocking your tailbone, zipping up the front of your body, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your sternum, lift your chin, squeeze your shoulder blades together and get a back arc. And then come up. Go away from the chair again, everyone holding onto the chair, soften your knees. I'd like you, like a wave, I'd like you to curve your spine up. Stick your bottom out, careful not to roll the chair with you. Get the movement in your spine, not the chair if you can. They're always flowing, always moving, always changing. Hold on to the chair on one side, feet together, parallel, drop tailbone, zip up front, do our rainbow hand. Over you go. Good side stretch. Finding it easier than earlier on. Return to the center. Swan down, other side. Feet together. Up you go. Over. Much stronger stretch than earlier on. Up you come. Swan down. Okay. Everybody can hold onto the chair or not if you want. Or just try that figure of eight movement that we tried on the chair. It's much easier. When you're standing, you can feel your feet, you can feel the hips moving. That's a nice flowing movement. And then back to the other side. I find it really difficult sitting on the chair doing this because it wasn't doing it for me. But it's nice to get this lovely loose feeling. Okay, and then I want you to give yourself a hug, one side and the other. Some of you will still be holding on the chair, so you can hug one hand around. That's fine. Some of you will still be doing it using your feet as a real anchor to the earth, yeah? Not moving. And then gradually slowing it down until it's complete, but it isn't complete, stillness. So you're not moving, you're not twisting. Close your eyes if you can. And you feel the movement continuing in the body. It's our memory. Try and ease your tailbone down. Still lift up the front body, drop the shoulders and relax the face. And then slowly come back to sitting. Oh, less than 1 minute it says. So I'll see some of you in a minute. The rest of you, let's just take a deep breath in. Keep your hands open there. Float them down. So it's energy rising from the feet, through our legs, our spine, right through to the crown of the head. And then bring it to the crown of the head. Now just bring your hands to the crown of the head. Breathe into your hands. And your throat, breathing in. And heart in. And so you're just below your heart. And just allow yourself, and Lorraine, your back. Just allow yourself to rest on your support. Just feel your connection with the ground or with the chair. Feel your skin touching the surface of your support. Scan your body from your toes, along the back of your body, up your legs. Feel the spine, the back of the head, the backs of the arms, and the skin in contact with your support. Allow the bones to feel heavy, the muscles to relax, your inner organs to calm. Just let your breath flow. No need to change your rhythm, just let it be natural. Soften the front of your body. Let it sink. Let your facial features soften. Get into your own rhythm right now. Within your body is a river of change. Find the inner, subtle flow of movement and thought, moving up, moving down, moving around and through. Find them, follow them. If they want, allow them to gain momentum, removing obstacles by easing any tension that you might come across. Maybe exaggerate their flow. Maybe move a little bit. Maybe sway in your chair or the floor. Maybe rock back and forwards just a little, creating a subtle rhythmic motion. Maybe circle your feet a little. Maybe circle your hips. Maybe your knees want to bend. Just keep the flow natural, even, steady like a dance, remembering our roots beneath us. The ebb and the flow that you feel is coming from your base. Sensation flows into your hand across your skin. Sensation none to no one but yourself. Your hand moves across the curves of your body, and you sway to the sensation of your touch. Inside, your emotions rise, churning, yearning, flowing, bubbling. They reach, they touch, they rise. They become movements, waves change, the water flows. Within, without. You're not alone, yet you are. There are others. They ebb and flow, but to a different rhythm. And slowly you stop the swaying, the ebbing and the flowing, and just reconcentrate back on the ebb and the flow of your breath. And you're noticing when you breathe out, how you breathe out into your support. As you breathe in, you expand. And out, allow yourself to be supported, to be held. And from this strong sense of having the freedom to flow, and also the comfort of support, from where to flow from. Begin to expand your body in a direction you wish to, so you need to stretch it out and maybe give a big yawn. Back. Maybe bend your knees if you're on the floor. Feel what that feels like for a while. And then roll over onto the side that it's safe for you to roll over on. Or if you're in the chair, roll up your spine. And then come back to sitting. So, here we are.